Good morning and welcome to Billy's Travels on the 22nd of July. It's a little after 10 o'clock French time, of course 9 o'clock UK time. A bit of a drive yesterday. We started up here in Omaha Beach, of course, in Normandy. And then we came down this way through here and be a bit, excuse me, just over the page if we can find it. A bit of a map to do. Then we came down here to Reens, round Reens. I've missed a page out. I've gone on to the next stage, so there's a bit of motorway in between, more or less, to Nantes, and then we ended up. We just got beyond Nantes, and we tried looking for somewhere for roosting, and we ended up coming off here somewhere, and we ended up at a place called lucon, I call it anyway. We did try further down the road, 10k back down the road, for a roosting spot, but it didn't look very favourable. It was just a car park basically. I was a bit worried about the payload yesterday and the weight we were carrying, so we set to about getting rid of some of it last night. As you can see, the bottle of wine is now empty and there's a few cans, so there'll be Kelly's pointing to the cans, so there will be a slight delay in the departure of today's transportation. I'm okay. Get out of it. I'll show you briefly around the site. It's just a normal campsite basically. €25 a night. Of course, yesterday we did some 412 kilometres, I think. Is that about 260 mile? A good run down, and we've still got 70 miles to run down to Faraz, where we're going. That was the idea, was to get most of it done tomorrow. I did a little bit more than what I expected to, really. I was going to sort of roost around Nantes, but we came that bit further down and found this lovely little campsite. It's just what I did was, after we had a look in the car park one, we put it into the sat nav to see what campsites were in the area, and this one came up and it looked quite favourable. There's an icon comes up with the camper, I think it's Camper Connect or camping car icon comes up, and you generally just head for that, gives you the directions and takes you to a campsite. This is through the town, through like a little bit of an industrial park, and back out into the countryside. Mainly, I think it's mainly tents, an odd caravan here and there. There's the water supply over there. I'm not sure where the facilities are and that. There's a gentleman has a shop and sells bits and pieces. I'll take you out towards the reception and out to the main road. And then, of course, today we're going down to down to the campsite there. I've already got booked, so we'll be there for probably bonjour. Probably there for about 6 nights. We said if it was all right, we might stop longer, but I don't think we will. I think we'll stop the 6 nights and have a steady run back up to Calais from there, of course. This is out to, it's not exactly the main road. The main road's to the right. There's the plan of the campsite. I don't know exactly what it says. Oh, it tells you exactly how much it is. All sorts of different tariffs. It says he has Wi-Fi and all the bits and pieces there, look, but we haven't bothered with the Wi-Fi, we have our own. across the road. Must be moving some livestock. I think this morning we had a bit of a rumpus there. All they do is we park just here. I bobbed into the reception. Diane bobbed into the reception and saw the gentleman. There was some bread. If you wanted to order bread and what have you, you could do. Gets delivered in the morning because we've struggled to get French bread. There's a reception down there, look. And on towards the campsite. I assume this is where, oh, there's the shop, look. Yeah. I say I didn't book in myself. Diane came down and booked in. So yeah, it's alright for a one-nighter. Quite rural out here. You go back up to there probably about a kilometre back to the main road, turn right, and then that takes you back into the town. And then I think it's the 174. I'm not quite sure. I think that's the way we're heading anyway. And I think from here on in it's sort of normal roads. We did, as I said, over 400 kilometres yesterday, and most of it was dual carriageway. Most of it, with being Sunday, was fairly empty, and the roads were pretty good, smooth, and not one roadwork, not one set of roadworks in over 400 kilometres, which it's quite good really, when you think about the UK and the rubbish we have to put up with over there. We set off yesterday about 9:15, and by the time we got here and salted, it was 4 o'clock. We had a stop briefly for lunch. I was talking to a Dutch gentleman in the car park. He was quite impressed with our Billy, and asking all sorts of questions. And he lived up in the north of Holland, in is it Friesland? So haven't been round here. Chalets and what have you. There's a pot wash. Oh, sort of yurty things, are they? Yeah, something like that. Must be their sort of pot wash. Sort of yurty things everywhere. Look, there's another one. All set in the woods. Yeah, it's not a bad little spot. Lovely and quiet. It's I slept rather well last night, obviously. Yeah. Somebody was complaining I wouldn't let her have any duvet. I kept pulling it back off her. Yeah, sat out till gone 8 o'clock outside. Then we had a bit of music going, a bit of Eagles and a bit of OMD on the TV. Yeah, a nice little night. These are the motorhome plots that he has. Diane was trying to explain how big the motorhome was. Tell him it's large, massive. But, yeah, touchwood, Billy performed well yesterday. And again, lovely to drive an automatic over here. I don't bother with the cruise control, can't work it out basically. But yeah, performed well. We had problems getting some diesel yesterday, Sunday morning before we left. I shouldn't have left it to a Sunday really. We ended up in this village and it wouldn't accept my card, and then I ended up blocking my card. Then we went into another village about 5k down the road from there, and we found a supermarket one, and I think by the looks of it, what it does, it took 120 euros off your card, and what you don't use you get back eventually. I think, I'm not quite sure how it works, but we put 120 euros in it and it just about filled it up. So I think the key is to try and somebody told me that a lot of them are just card only now for diesel and petrol. We have cash, but So what we'll do is we'll run it down to under quarter of a tank again and put 120 euros in. But that's the first time we filled up over here. We've done probably about 600 miles so far on this trip, and it's about 600 or 700 kilometers, I think, to run back up to Calais from here, from where we're going. So we're going to do that over probably 4 days and have some stops on the way. Right, I'll do probably a report tomorrow once we get settled down where we're going to this campsite. We're all booked in. We're all hopefully booked at the campsite, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.